Hello Capricorn, welcome to your general reading for December 2017. I'm thinking I should call these your holiday reading because I'm very focused on the holidays, obviously. And what I come up with these readings is really about Christmas, with the Christmas holidays. The shadow card is this Nine of Wands. Nine of Wands is having been through a lot of battles, a lot of struggles. These could be past relationships, these could be past jobs, responsibilities, but standing strong. So maybe and it's the shadow card, so it's, look at my beautiful gilded edges. This is the Golden Tarot by Cat Black, by the way. So this is you standing strong. You've been through a lot, but you're not giving up. You haven't given up yet. So maybe whatever you've been through, you don't really talk about it too much. You keep it to yourself. But that's the card, that's the shadow card. Then this card over here is the theme. I'm going to pick all three of these cards up. The theme is the Devil card. The Devil card is about addictions or excess. So even if it's not an addiction, it could be excessive behavior of some kind. It's excessive behavior that's detrimental to you and your health or detrimental to those around you. Whether that's drinking or drugs or internet porn or whatever the case may be, there's some kind of excessive human behavior is how I always refer to it. Because sometimes we partake in these behaviors to fill some emptiness that we feel inside, and sometimes it gets the best of us. So that's the theme. The card that represents you, this was down here. I had to think for a minute because I got these cards mixed up. The card that represents you is the Justice card. The Justice card is about balance. That balancing act, finding balance between good and bad. You know, this balancing act, if you do have some kind of addiction or let's not call it an addiction. Let's just say excessive drinking or, you know, internet porn or whatever it is, that it's not. It's about finding balance. It's this balancing act that we play. Maybe it's just the reference to the balancing act with all of these responsibilities. You know, you've got a lot of responsibilities, whether that's with your career, with your family, or both. And it's this constant balancing act about how to find that balance and all of these, finding balance within all of these responsibilities. So that's the card that represents you this month. We're balancing, I've got to say school because there's a little owl on the top of her staff. So maybe if you're a student or you're going to school or taking some training classes and it's this, you're trying to become a well-rounded individual and trying to be successful at your work and doing what you need to do, and you know, this balancing act that you're playing. Now, the conflict is the Hierophant card. And with Christmas coming up, this could be a conflict surrounding the family traditions. This could be a conflict surrounding traditional religion in general. If you've left the religion that you were raised in, so there's conflicts surrounding that. Whether you go visit your family and celebrate Christmas or whether you don't. Maybe they haven't invited you. It could represent marriage, and I'll get to that because something came up here about marriage. But this is a conflict. It's traditional values, traditional institutions, traditional religion. It's traditions, any kind of traditions, family heritage, traditional institutions that govern our society. That could be law, politics, banking, finance. So this could be conflicts surrounding your, you know, how to pay the bills after the holiday season and the debt that you might accrue. The Eight of Wands is at the foundation. This is either a communication, this is about a communication, or it's about something that's been set into motion, but it hasn't come to its completion yet. It hasn't come to its fruition. And I'll get to that because there's a card here that shows fruition. In your past is this Queen of Wands. This could be a fire sign, which would be Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. This is somebody who's very motivated, very passionate, very sexual. Sometimes she comes up as a mistress. This could be representing you with your, physical passions, and your maybe, if this is some kind of sexual addiction or, excessive sexual behavior, these two together, but it's in your past. So if you have finding balance within yourself, showing here with this Justice card, and, finding that balance and tempering that behavior a little bit. The other thing I want to mention now that I'm looking at this is if this is traditional institutions, which could be finance and banking, and law is where I wanted to go with that. But here's the Justice card. So this could be some kind of legal situation. You're having some conflict surrounding the Justice card, surrounding some kind of a legal situation that's going on this month. Or maybe it's been ongoing, and maybe you're waiting for some kind of communication, but you haven't gotten it yet. It hasn't, this is this little communication that you're waiting for, but you haven't received that communication surrounding the situation. And in your present energy, though, it's the Star card. The Star card is about your hopes and dreams coming true. So whatever you're waiting for, maybe you're waiting for some good news. Maybe this legal situation is good news. Maybe it was a divorce, because here's the broken heart. The Three of Swords is the broken heart. I'm jumping ahead here. Here's the Hierophant. The Hierophant would represent marriage, and the Three of Swords represents a broken heart. So these two together could represent a divorce situation. So if there's some kind of legal documentation that you're waiting for, or you're waiting for completion in your divorce, maybe you're just waiting for your divorce. If this Justice card is some legal situation that you're waiting for it to come to its end, and it has to do with a divorce. That's possible here. But regardless of all of that, this month shows your hopes and dreams coming true. So if you're putting that behind you and moving on, this is your hopes and dreams coming true. So this represents how you feel inside. The Six of Swords is you putting it behind you and moving on. So if this is a divorce, or if this is a past relationship, or if this is you, if your partner had a sexual addiction or porn or something that was interfering, let me cover the Star card, or interfering with your marriage or your relationship, and then this is you feeling like you're ready to put it all behind you and move on and move forward. But the Star card is your hopes and dreams coming true this month, and that's in the present energies. So that's good. And then in your near future is the Empress card. The Empress represents motherhood. This is the mother archetype. Now she could be Virgin Mary with baby Jesus in her lap. With the holidays, this could just be a representation of you celebrating, and if you're having conflicts about church, and if you're Catholic, because this is the Pope, and you're having conflicts about that and how to participate in Christmas, and whatever your conflicts are, this could indicate you participating in that Christmas celebration with the Virgin Mary and Jesus. That's because this is the icon of the Catholic Church. What Catholics really, truly hold dear to their hearts is this Virgin Mary. So that shows up in your near future, but it could also be motherhood. And in connection with this card, too, this is your hopes and dreams. The Moon card is when not everything as it seems. This could be about secrets, but it's also, when I see these together, the Moon is your monthly cycle. And all these together, what I would see pregnancy involved here. So maybe you find yourself pregnant, but you don't want to get married. Maybe the conflict is marriage because you don't want to get married. Maybe this person broke your heart or something, or this person has addictions, or this person has behavior that you just can't tolerate, and you do not want to get married. So the conflict could just be marriage. Maybe you're pregnant or you have a child and you don't want to get married because you're putting it behind you and you're ready to move on from that relationship. You don't want it anymore. So this is in your environment. This would be the person outside of you. This would be that partner whose heart is broken. Maybe their heart is broken because you don't want to get married. Now it could be that they don't want to get married and your heart is broken, and you're ready to move on from the situation. Or it could be about being a single mother. if you were married and you had children, and this is about you starting your new beginning as a single mother if there is a divorce. And that would show you as a single mother. But whatever it is, I see it as something that you want. With this star card of all your hopes and dreams in the present energy, your hopes and dreams coming true, then I see this as something that you want. Now this just came to mind also, this enlightenment, this awakening, this sudden awakening or enlightenment. So maybe if there's something about your religion where with the holiday season and you don't want to partake in your religious tradition, sometimes this represents that awakening or that enlightening and this sudden realization that you just don't connect with that anymore. So that could be there, but whatever it is, it's something that you desire and you want. Now, your hopes and fears, this is your hopes and fears. The other meaning of this card is not everything is as it seems. When there's secrets, so maybe there's all these battles. These could be battles or arguments with your significant other regarding whatever this is, whatever this excessive behavior is. And it's quiet, it's hush-hush. It's something you keep between yourselves. You don't talk about it. And maybe you're deciding at last to move on because you can't deal with that anymore. It's addictions, obsessions, or any kind of compulsions, compulsive behavior. It's when somebody just can't control their actions and it's quiet. Maybe it's something that's been a secret within your relationship for a long time. You don't talk about it, but you're ready. You're very, very ready to move on from it, and you're waiting. Maybe you're just waiting for a divorce and for this communication and for the paperwork to be finalized for your divorce situation. And then, hiding under these battles and these things is this King of Coins. The King of Coins is an earth sign. So you are an earth sign. This is about security, financial security. So hiding under all these battles is this person who's financially secure, gainfully employed, the provider, the breadwinner. This is a person who's, this embodies a Capricorn here. The king of his castle, takes pride in his home, works hard, makes decent money, is a good provider. And if you're moving on, maybe somebody who wasn't very good at that, and this person is hiding. This person is ready to come to you because I'm seeing this in your final outcome is this, here's this happy family and this happy home. So either this is a new person or if this is some kind of addiction and you've kicked the habit or your partner has kicked the habit and the conflict is within your marriage because you're arguing over that situation, but maybe it's going to work out in the end. This is a happy family with the children. The Ten of Cups is the ultimate happiness. And maybe this is just reflective of the conflicts are within your marriage and now you work it out. Or if there's a divorce, this could indicate a new person coming along. And here's the Seven of Coins, which for Capricorn is all about reaping the rewards of all of your hard work. Capricorns are known to be very hard workers and getting rewarded for that. Getting rewarded financially for all of your hard work. And that's what that card represents there. And this juggling act, so this kind of goes back to this feeling balanced and trying to find balance. So it could be a juggling act about, here, it's probably this juggling act about your home life and your career. Maybe it's trying to figure out how to, if you're pregnant or you have little children and you're trying to maintain your career, and it's this balancing act and this juggling act and maintaining your family, but also, let me say, maintaining your career and juggling all the responsibilities of your career with your family. And that would be this, this could indicate all those responsibilities. This juggling act with all these responsibilities between your career and your home life and your family and your new family. So that's what I'm seeing here, Capricorn. Thanks for watching. I hope you have a great month ahead, and happy holidays, happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, and thanks for watching. Take care and God bless.